Have you ever seen a milky-colored snake with two heads? Or a lizard with a tongue as blue as the sky? What about a lizard that looks like Spider-Man, or a snake so tiny you might mistake it for a worm? Oh, and there's a snake so enchanting that it appears to have fallen right out of a rainbow. And then there's a lizard that curls into a ball when frightened. Welcome back to another amazing episode of Forever Green. Today, we're diving into the world of some of the most unique snakes and lizards that you've never heard of. And just when you think you've seen it all, wait until we reveal a snake that uses its nose not just for smelling, but as a disguise to fool everyone around. Are you ready to be amazed? Click subscribe and let's jump right in. 18. Milk snake with two heads. Have you ever wondered if a snake can have two heads? Well, it's not just in myths, it's real. The two-headed milk snake is one of nature's most incredible sights. This rare condition is called bicephaly, and it's pretty unusual. The size of a milk snake ranges from 14 to 69 inches in length. Imagine this, two heads, each with its own mind, on one snake body. These heads don't always get along. Sometimes they fight over which direction to go or what to eat. It might sound funny, but it's a true survival challenge for the snake. How does this happen? Well, it starts inside the egg. When two embryos fuse together, or when one embryo doesn't split entirely to form twins, a two-headed snake is born. Living with two heads isn't easy in the wild. It's like getting two heads in nature's version of a buy one get one free deal. These snakes have to deal with more than just hunting and hiding from predators. They have to coordinate their movements and decisions. 17. Mwanza flat-headed rock agama. Imagine a lizard that could audition for a role in a superhero movie and actually nail it. Meet the Mwanza flat-headed rock agama, often dubbed the Spider-Man agama for its striking red and blue colors, which make it look like it jumped straight out of a comic book. This little star is found roaming the rocky landscapes of Tanzania, Rwanda, and Kenya, where it makes the sun-baked rocks its home. This lizard, about the size of a TV remote and 6 to 9 inches long, isn't just eye-catching. Males display bright colors in warm weather to attract females or deter rivals, switching to subdued brown in cooler times to blend in. Think carefully before adding one of these to your collection. These lizards may resemble Spider-Man, but they require a 15-year commitment. They mainly eat insects, skillfully hunting beetles, spiders, and other small creatures with superhero-like accuracy. If you're tempted to own a piece of the Marvel Universe, just remember that the Mwanza flat-headed rock agama needs more than just admiration for its looks. It needs proper care and attention. If you're finding this video interesting, don't forget to watch our other video on 10 most venomous snakes in the world right here on the Forever Green channel. Right now though, let's get back to our video. 16. Mexican mole lizard. Imagine a lizard that looks more like a worm with a part-time job as a pink sock puppet. Yup, that's our mole lizard, sporting just 2 front limbs and a whole lot of weird. Dive into the sandy soils of Baja California in Mexico, and you might discover the Mexican mole lizard. This unique creature belongs to the Amphisbaenas, a group of reptiles that look like a mix between lizards and earthworms, but are neither. They have no legs, except the mole lizard, which has small stubby forelimbs with claws perfect for digging. The lizard, mostly tail, is about 9 inches long and has pink, segmented skin that resembles armor. This design helps it move smoothly through the soil and sense vibrations, allowing it to hear underground without having ears. That's right, it doesn't rely on ears to hear, but uses its skin to pick up on what's happening around it. A handy trick when you live underground. The Mexican mole lizard eats ants, termites, other small bugs, and lives about 1 to 2 years. 15. Armadillo girdled lizard. This little lizard balls up when scared, proving that sometimes rolling away from your problems is the best solution. Deep in South Africa's rocky deserts lives the armadillo girdled lizard, a creature resembling a miniature dragon or baby dinosaur. This small but robust lizard, measuring up to 4 inches, boasts an armor of thick, pine cone-like scales. When threatened, it performs a unique defense, biting its tail and rolling into a ball, forming a hard-to-open medieval fortress against predators. This isn't just a survival trick, but a strategic defense mechanism that just adds to its charm. Its distinctive look and fascinating ball-rolling behavior have made the armadillo girdled lizard popular in the pet trade. If you're considering getting one, be prepared to spend anywhere from $200 to $500 or even more. 14. Thorny devil. The thorny devil might sound like something out of a medieval legend, but it's actually a remarkably designed lizard from the arid deserts of Central Australia. Just picture a tiny dragon, and you're pretty close to imagining this spiky creature. These lizards, with their fierce, spiky appearance that rivals that of a rosebush, grow to about 8 inches long, which is perfectly sized for blending into their desert and scrubland habitat. The thorny devil has a remarkable ability to drink water. It collects moisture from any part of its body through grooves between its spikes, funneling it directly into its mouth, similar to drinking water by just rolling in dew. These lizards can live for 15 to 20 years, making them long-lived compared to some other pets. When it comes to their diet, they specialize in eating ants, consuming thousands in a single day with their sticky tongues acting like vacuum cleaners for ants. This unique combination of survival skills and diet makes the thorny devil a fascinating and enduring desert dweller. If you've enjoyed this video so far, go ahead and leave a like. You can also check out 15 most beautiful iguanas in the world right here on our channel, Forever Green. 13. Iridescent shieldtail. The iridescent shieldtail, a snake that's as secretive as it is shiny. A creature covered in scales that catch the light, flashing colors that dance between greens and blues as it moves. It's like a disco ball disguised as a snake, but much harder to spot at the party. The iridescent shieldtail is not your garden variety snake. It prefers the privacy of the Western Ghats in India, a place where lush forests and wet climates provide the perfect backdrop for its iridescent escapades. This snake digs the good life, literally. It spends a lot of its time burrowing in the soft, damp soils of its habitat, popping out mostly during the rainy season. Their secretive nature and dazzling appearance make them a fascinating subject for herpetologists and nature enthusiasts who are lucky enough to catch a glimpse of their sparkle before they vanish back into the earth. 12. Green vine snake. Imagine walking through a lush jungle and coming across a snake that's nearly invisible among the vines. This is the green vine snake, a fascinating creature native to South and Central America, known for its extraordinary camouflage and unique appearance. The green vine snake is quite the sight, stretching about 4 to 6 feet long, but remaining incredibly slender, making it look more like a vine than a threat. Its vibrant green hue allows it to blend seamlessly into the leaves and branches around it. One of the most interesting facts about the green vine snake is that it typically does not bite humans. Instead of attacking, it uses a bluffing strategy when threatened. The snake can dramatically change its appearance by flattening its body, showing off a striking pattern of black and white scales. In addition to its non-aggressive defense, the green vine snake possesses horizontal, keyhole-shaped pupils that enhance its vision, allowing it to accurately judge distances and strike its prey with precision. 11. Northern blue-tongued skink. Ever wondered if the sky lost a piece of its blue? It might just have ended up in Australia, home of the northern blue-tongued skink. This quirky creature sports a tongue so brilliantly blue, it could give the ocean a run for its money. Found lounging in the grasslands and woodlands down under, these lizards are more than just a flash of color. They grow up to 20 inches long, which means they're pretty hard to miss. Northern blue-tongued skinks have a tough, scaly body colored from brown to cream, with each having a unique pattern, making them the trendsetters of the reptile world. Their most noticeable feature is their vivid blue tongue, which they flash to scare off predators when threatened, effectively saying, "Back off," without actually fighting. These skinks can live up to 20 years, proving they're more than just a temporary fascination. If you're considering adding one to your family, expect to pay between $150 and $500. 10. Panther chameleon. This is the quick change artist of the chameleon world, showing off colors that make rainbows look downright dull. Deep in Madagascar's jungles, the panther chameleon is a master of camouflage, skillfully changing colors to blend in or stand out depending on its needs. This colorful creature thrives in the moist green forests of Madagascar, feeding on abundant insects. It can grow up to 20 inches, but typically ranges from 12 to 18 inches. The chameleon's ability to display a spectrum of colors based on mood, temperature, and light is absolutely remarkable. Each of its eyes can also move independently, allowing it to look in 2 directions simultaneously. Just imagine watching 2 different shows at once. It has zygodactylous feet, meaning its toes are split into 2 groups for better grip while climbing. Its prehensile tail functions like an extra hand, aiding in navigation through the treetops. With a lifespan of 5 to 7 years, panther chameleons have ample time to display their unique traits in their natural habitat. 9. Atheris hispida. The Atheris hispida, also known as the hairy bush viper. This snake doesn't need a fancy hairdo. It grows its own spiky hairdo right out of its scales. Talk about natural punk rock style. Growing up to about 24 inches long, Atheris hispida is covered in keeled scales that give it a bristly appearance. And these scales aren't just for show. They help to camouflage the viper among the rough bark and dense foliage, making it nearly invisible in its natural habitat. Well, that is, until it strikes. Atheris hispida lives in Central Africa's rainforest treetops, ambushing birds, frogs, and small mammals from above. The hairy bush viper has an incredibly unique method of reproduction known as ovoviviparity. Unlike many other snakes that lay eggs, the hairy bush viper is ovoviviparous, which means that the females give birth to live young. 8. Barbados thread snake. If you ever wish to see something that's as mind-boggling tiny as it is cute, Let me introduce you to the Barbados thread snake, the world's smallest snake. This little fella is so petite, you might mistake it for a worm if you're not looking closely. Found exclusively in the easternmost reaches of the Caribbean on the island of Barbados. The Barbados thread snake measures just about 4 inches long when fully grown, making it not just the smallest snake, but one of the tiniest vertebrates on Earth. Despite being the world's smallest snake, it primarily feeds on termites and ant larvae, which are substantial meals given the snake's tiny girth. This snake has evolved to thrive on these minuscule but nutrient-rich food sources, perfectly adapting to its environment where larger prey would be unmanageable. 7. Red spitting cobra. The red spitting cobra, a snake that takes seeing red to a whole new level. This vibrant serpent doesn't just wear red for fashion, it's a warning, because this cobra can spit its venom with remarkable accuracy up to 8 feet away. The red spitting cobra, found in the arid regions of eastern Africa, thrives in dry savannas and scrublands where its bright red, sometimes pink or orange coloration blends in with the reddish-brown soil. This color warns predators to stay away. The snake, stretching up to about 4 feet in length, is quick and agile, suited for both escaping threats and capturing prey. It primarily hunts at night, relying on sharp sight and smell to locate frogs, rodents, birds, and other snakes. This snake's venom also serves dual purposes. It not only defends against threats, but it paralyzes prey as well, ensuring its capture. 6. The pied ball python. The pied ball python, a snake that carries its own patchwork of natural art. This isn't just any snake. It's like the canvas of a particularly whimsical painter, sporting splotches of clean white that interrupt its typical pattern in the most delightful ways. They typically grow about 3 to 5 feet long, which makes them a popular choice for a pet snake since they aren't as intimidatingly large as some of their slithering relatives. Plus, their lifespan brings a long-term commitment, as they can live for 20 to 30 years with proper care. The popularity of the pied ball python in the pet trade isn't just about its unusual coloring. These snakes are known for being particularly chill, making them great for first-time snake owners. Some of the most exclusive and visually stunning specimens might be priced at $1,000 or more. 5. Chinese crocodile lizard. Part crocodile, part lizard, all drama. This scaly thespian spends its days lounging in water and pretending logs are its personal catwalks. If you wander the misty riverbanks of southern China and northern Vietnam, watch out for the elusive Chinese crocodile lizard. This creature looks prehistoric, resembling a mini crocodile, making you feel like you've traveled back in time. The lizard, which can stretch up to 17 inches long, spends most of its life in cool, clear streams within lush forests. Despite not being the largest, its robust, scaly body and long tail, which help it navigate the water like a boat, absolutely make it distinctive. Affectionately known as the lizard of great sleepiness, it hibernates during the cold months, sometimes sleeping up to 90% of the time, embodying a truly relaxed lifestyle. It can live up to 10 years in the wild and isn't fussy about food, reflecting its easygoing nature. 4. Albino cobra. If you ever thought all cobras were born black or brown, well, prepare to have your mind blown. Meet the albino cobra. Not a character from a mystical tale, but a real snake with a real condition known as albinism. This genetic twist strips the cobra of any typical colors, dressing it instead in a stark, ghostly white. The albino cobra's striking appearance is due to albinism, a rare genetic condition that prevents melanin production, eliminating color in skin, scale, and eyes. These cobras are rare, with many not surviving to birth. Those that do face challenges in the wild due to their high visibility, which often shortens their lifespan compared to normal colored cobras. Typically, they grow 4 to 7 feet long, similar to other cobras. 3. Komodo dragon. This is the big boss of Lizardland. Komodo dragons are so tough, even dragons in fairy tales don't mess with them. If you're thinking of lizards as those cute little geckos that scamper up walls, well, think again. These giants can grow up to 10 feet long and weigh over 150 pounds. With tough, scaly skin, muscular tails, and formidable claws, they look like ancient creatures from the dinosaur era, embodying rugged charm and a hint of nature's prehistoric designs. Their highly developed sense of smell allows them to detect food from miles away. At mealtime, Komodo dragons can consume up to 80% of their body weight, which would be something like us having a dinner so large, a serious nap would be absolutely needed afterwards. Their venomous bite, filled with toxins, can induce shock and blood loss, making their hunting skills almost unmatched in the reptile kingdom. These impressive creatures can live up to 30 years, ruling over their island domains with a reign as long and formidable as their physical presence. 2. Rainbow boa. Imagine a snake so enchanting that it looks like it fell right out of a rainbow. Meet the rainbow boa, a stunning creature whose skin seems to capture all the mystique of a rain-slicked rainforest. These snakes aren't just living color wheels. They've got a personality as vibrant as their appearance. It can grow to about 7 feet long, and it uses every inch of its muscular body to constrict its prey, which includes rodents, birds, and even bats. One of the coolest facts about the rainbow boa is its skin. The scales contain microscopic ridges that diffract light, splitting it into colors just the same way as a prism does. These boas are specialists of the night, using their heat-sensing pits to track down warm-bodied prey in the cool jungle darkness. 1. Malagasy leaf-nosed snake. If you ever thought that the animal kingdom couldn't get any quirkier, let me introduce you to the Malagasy leaf-nosed snake. This little oddity is as bizarre as it is quiet, sporting a nose that looks like it decided to mimic a fallen leaf just for the fun of it. The Malagasy leaf-nosed snake uses its leaf-shaped snout to trick both prey and predator alike, creating an illusion to hide among the leaves and branches of its tropical habitat. It typically measures around 2 to 3 feet long, and the Malagasy leaf-nosed snake is actually non-venomous, which distinguishes it from many other snake species that rely on venom to subdue their prey. Instead of using venom, this snake employs constriction as its method for capturing and killing prey. It quickly strikes to grab hold of its target, then wraps its body around the prey, squeezing tightly until the prey ceases to breathe. That's gonna be it, everyone. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed discovering these incredible creatures, don't forget to like and subscribe.